gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh yeah, there's my bitch.
Remember, the ball must travel 10 yards. It's loose. Mud Dogs football.
Well, good morning, everybody. Rise and grind on this Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Even though I'm not having tacos tonight. I ain't having tacos tonight. Are you having tacos tonight? We had tacos last Tuesday. I can't do the taco thing every week. I can't do it. Taco Tuesday tonight. So I don't know what we'll have. Probably leftovers. I'll cook something on the grill. Something. But anyway, game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Rise and grind. Another day, another dollar. Days keep coming up quick, people. We are one step closer to the start of the NFL football season. It's crazy. Ooh, sunsplashed. Sunsplashed, baby. Old Glory is flying nicely. You probably get, I don't know if you can see it out. Let me see here. Old Glory. I got it hanging off a tree. Let's see. You see Old Glory? There it is. There's Old Glory. Who's back up? There it is. Old Glory. There it is. But anyway, sunsplash, baby. Yes. It's going to be 90 again today. 91. 90. Humid today. So, but I am off. Just remember, everybody, tomorrow, Juneteenth. Yes. One of the newer holidays on the calendar. Which is cool, but no mail delivery. I'm off. I get a day. The day paid. I'm off. Took Thursday off, and my weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next week I'll work 6 days in a row, but we don't worry about next week. We worry about the next 5, which I'll be off. I'll be doing my darndest to give you the same content and more. Remember, tomorrow night I have my I was thinking about doing a channel member Zoom tonight. I don't know. Stay tuned, but we'll see. I know Rob A wants me to do like a channel member. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I gotta come home, get a shower. I think I'm shaving everything off. I think I'm feeling itchy lately. You know, every few months I get that. I mean, every couple months I get that way where I feel the need to just shave it off. Oh, sorry. But anyway, I'm afraid to turn on the radio. I don't know what I'm going to hear. Let's hear.
Way off the line at third base. Here's a swing and a high fly.
So Phillies recap here. Phillies won last night. Shout out to the Fightins. I thought they were off.
A towering 2-run home run for Kyle Schwarber. It's his
Swore bomb. All right. So no, right now I'll turn it on again. But I did see where Roger Goodell made a statement regarding the NFL ticket. Listen, I don't know what you guys feel about it. I think the NFL ticket should be somewhere around $299. To me, that's fair. $300 for the year. That's about as high as I think it should go. Because remember, you don't get anything other than my add-on is I get the red zone, but I think I get the red zone anyway. No, I haven't purchased it yet, so we're going to get screwed this year because my wife pays that bill. That's the bill that she pays, and she didn't buy the NFL ticket. She bought it early last year. We got the deal. I'm sure they'll still have a deal soon, but it won't be we won't maybe save $100. I don't know exactly what the savings is, but yeah, she just adds it on to the YouTube TV. It's like an add-on, and it is very easy. If anybody don't make the mistake I did, people. Please don't make the mistake. Well, you can listen, to each his own. But what happened to me was we got rid of cable because cable in this area is ridiculous. Ridiculous. We went to Hulu TV, and Hulu was okay. There's some things to Hulu that's good. One thing that's not good with Hulu TV is the sports. Whatever cameras they're using, they're not very good cameras, and it looks grainy. It doesn't look as crisp as you would get on regular cable TV. So Hulu was not a fan of Hulu TV. Then YouTube, Mark was telling me about YouTube TV. YouTube TV could be better with their guide. I will tell you that. Like their guide, I wish they would add some color to their guide. But everything else about their channel guide. But everything else about YouTube TV is great. You could set any program to put in your library, and when you do that, it automatically records it. So when you go into your homepage, all the show, you don't have to set a DVR or nothing. Just click the check mark and add it to your library, which is like your favorites, and you get it all right there. You want to watch Naked and Afraid? Bam, it's there, baby. You want to watch Contraband, Seas at the Border, like I like that show? Bam, you got it right there. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I really love YouTube TV. I've actually gotten a bunch of people to get it because it really is worth it. And that goes back, circling back to Roger Goodell. He's saying, well, the NFL ticket is a premium product, and not everybody can afford that. We're always going to have free games on TV. Are we, Roger? Are we, Roger? Are we always going to have free games on TV? Or are you just telling us what we want to hear until that mega deal comes in and there ain't going to be shit on free TV? That's my problem. That's my fear. I think they'll always be on free TV in some capacity because it helps business. I do believe that. But like I was talking on Sunday to the people in the live stream, my channel member Zoom, and then I brought it into Mark's live stream, is that more and more people are getting phased out. Mark's under the impression that the salary cap is going to continue to climb. It's going to go higher, but not like he thinks. And especially the salary cap for the salaries for the quarterbacks, they're not going to go that much higher. There won't be, I'm not saying there won't be a quarterback making more than $60 million. I would say like 65 may be the cap, somewhere along there for the foreseeable future. All these teams are going to realize, okay, the NFL loves it. Why? Because if you pay your quarterback $65 million a year, that means you can't pay necessarily 3 other positions. So what it ultimately is going to hurt the quarterbacks, because teams are going to be willing to get rid of those quarterbacks, try and go young, like a Houston Texans, what they're doing with C.J. Stroud, like with, the Texans are putting all kinds of talent around young C.J., whereas Dallas, well, Jalen Hurts had that too, and they went to the Super Bowl. They loaded that team up. Now they're not quite as loaded. Eagles' offense still is arguably I would say the Eagles' offense is arguably the most talented offense in the NFL. I'm sorry. Player for player, in the skill position, that's how talented they are, which is why Jalen must succeed. Let me hear him in.
Man, Joe, man, he needs some help. I don't want him to be the focal point, but getting him out of here is crazy. There's nobody that can replace him. Not gonna get his word enough.
Look, you only trade Joel for one purpose, and that's to start over.
They're talking Joel Embiid. I was worried for a sec, but yeah. So Jalen Hurts has a ton of talent, which goes back to, really yesterday's video where they're really questioning his leadership. He's an introvert. A lot of the veterans who are no longer here approached him last year. And some wonder whether the money that Jalen Hurts got changed him. Listen, you can say whatever you want. He's not a fan of Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni did not open his mouth and say no Brian Johnson's staying. Remember, Brian Johnson was here when you beat the Kansas City Chiefs last year. You know Kansas City went on to win the Super Bowl? I mean, you won a lot of games with Brian Johnson. I'm not sitting there telling you he's gone now, people, so he's not going to come back. There's no need to shit on Brian Johnson. I don't shit on Kellen Moore like some other people do. Kellen Moore has struggled. He struggles at times. And you're going to see it. He's just not automatically going to be great. So you'll learn soon enough. But I'm not here to tell the Eagle fans that you can't win with Kellen Moore. You're going to win a lot of games with Kellen Moore. But as Jalen said, 95% new offense. I still think they're going to keep some RPO in, which is really what the offense should be really around. But how much talent? You know he's not happy that Brian Johnson's not here. You know that. Ever since Shane Steichen left the organization, the Eagles have offensively struggled. They really have. They have not been the same. And Nick Sirianni has put himself in a position to be good either way. Just hear me out for a second. Nick Sirianni, right? He's not the play caller. So if it goes south, as well, that's Kellen Moore. That's the guy you brought in, right? He's already got to a Super Bowl. If Nick Sirianni gets fired, he's going to move on to his next job and say, listen, I'm a company guy. We got to a Super Bowl. They wanted to go with analytics. The team wanted to go to analytics. Fine, we'll go analytics. They didn't like this coach. They fired him. They didn't like that. They fired him. Again, he's not running his offense. We got ambulances. He's not running his offense. Remember, he came to Philly with an offense. 95% of the offense has changed. It's gone. So, he's kind of put himself in a position to set himself up for another job after the Eagles, if he should get fired. And it's true. Nick Sirianni, a.k.a. Dracula, is going to be just fine. I heard and I want to pose this question to you guys. Who was a team more likely to hire? A team more likely to hire a young Nick Sirianni who's been to a Super Bowl recently, who's works with management, delegates, although I think he should take control, but then that comes with responsibility that I don't necessarily think Nick wants. Nick likes delegating to have his scapegoats instead of sticking to your guns like I told you 2 years ago after Steichen left. He needs to run the offense. I said it this time last year, but he didn't want that heat. It's not easy. Or, like, if you're a young team, right? Let's say you're Tampa Bay. I don't know. Let's say you're whoever. Are you going to hire Nick Sirianni, or are you going to hire 73-year-old Bill Belichick? Bill Belichick comes to your organization. He's not there for more than 2 years. He's 73, people. 3 years, maybe? You have no longevity. Normally, head coaching gigs are 5 years. 3 to 5 years. But, Belichick went on 7 or 9 interviews for a head coaching job. Nobody hired him. Robert Kraft went behind Belichick's back and said, to Atlanta Falcons and said, no, I wouldn't hire him. Why? Why would he do that? This whole Belichick coaching again, I think most teams, Dallas will probably take Belichick because, that's Dallas. They want the big name. Belichick ain't going to play with your scouting department. But, getting back to circling back, my opinion, most teams will pick Nick Sirianni over Belichick as the way it's set. So, the long story short, and I'll sum up this video. I don't have a problem with this NFL Sunday ticket. Nobody's telling anybody to buy it. there's plenty of games on. If there was no NFL Sunday Ticket, I would be perfectly fine because Dallas is on TV most weeks. But I'm still gonna get it. You're gonna miss certain things. You're definitely gonna miss certain things if you don't have the. Oh, look, the church bells are on. You're definitely gonna miss certain things if you don't have the NFL Sunday Ticket. So I love the NFL Sunday Ticket. I really do. So I'm not upset about the price of that. Nobody's making anybody buy it. The streaming, that's another thing. But Goodell running his mouth is a joke. And I think that Jalen Hurts is receiving a lot of flack these days. This is what happens. I would just tell my Eagle fans, we're used to it. As Cowboy fans, we are used to it. We're used to the flack. We're used to it, and that's a sign of a team that's been good. So look at it that way, that your organization has a lot of talent. They expect a very, very, very high level. So look at it that way. It's a privilege to get ripped. We're used to it. We may play at a high level, but we haven't had the success, meaning the Cowboys, that the Eagles had as of late, and that's just me being honest. But the one thing about NFL football, every year in preseason, in game one, everybody's going into the season thinking they're going to be the team to win it all. So do not think that Dallas doesn't have a chance, because you'd be fooling yourself. And then I'll get Dallas doesn't have a chance. But Eagles as well. That's what happens when you're a good team. And then ultimately, Nick Sirianni is setting up himself good for when he leaves the Eagles. That's just the reality of the situation. But again, I could be like in The Water Boy. I could be like the guy, where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? There's my bitch. Maybe I'm the bitch, right? Maybe I'm getting played. But I think Cowboys are going to be okay. They're doing things not the way I would necessarily want to do them, though. But be that as it may, Mark Holmes, yes, that's your tagline. Don't forget to check me out, 2:30 Eastern Time, live from the mail truck. Let's chop it up. Let's get a lot of people in this Taco Tuesday. For Game Time, Brian, I'll talk to you at 2:30. Late.